Well, I saw this video on another creator's platform. It was from the male perspective. So I thought that I could give a female perspective of this. It's very essential to have these videos out here to let you women know, if you're watching, the 304 life is not the life. And just dating, just to date, that's not the life. You eventually get put into a nutty situation. You put yourself into a nutty situation. But let's hear what she has to say.
I'm really just up because I need somebody to talk to. Like, this single mom shit is starting to get to me. Okay? It's starting to get to me.
The first thing I noticed is the long extendo. Well, that's not the first thing. She's definitely very beautiful, but one of the first things I noticed is the extendo lashes. Like girl, you don't need it. I could tell just by your TikTok videos, you're naturally beautiful. You putting on those really long lashes, it's actually a deterrent. It hinders your beauty. It just looks outlandish.
Because I'm literally keep crying. Like, y'all, this shit is so fucking hard. Every time I feel like I'm doing good, I go back. Okay. So boom. Okay, my kids' daycare, I just got school readiness, like, assistance to help, right? So they helping me, and then turn around, like, okay, before that, fuck all that, before that, I ain't paid my rent. Like, my rent ain't even paid, it still ain't paid. And I was, like, asking my daycare, like, oh, basically, like, oh, can y'all work with me so I can pay my rent, and I can pay y'all, like, next week? No, if y'all don't pay, they can't come or some shit. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So,
And no one talks about this stuff, and it should be talked about. As a single mom myself that used to put her kids in daycare, they are a business just like anybody else. Don't let the Dora the Explorer paintings fool you. Backpack. What do we need? That wallet. They don't like the yes, you can have some daycares that'll work with you here and there, but at the end of the day, you have to look at it from all perspectives. There's people there that they have to pay. There's people there that work there and they sit with your kids all day. And you, as a single mom or as a mom or dad in general, both parents, whatever, you know how much of a task it is to take care of somebody's kids. Now, on the same note, this should let you know in advance, like maybe it's not a good idea to just have a baby just because you wondering what your baby gonna look like, because there's a lot more to it. And my kids were in a daycare that was known by their father's family, so even yes, they'd have their times when they're a little lenient and stuff like that, but it they're there for money at the end of the day.
I had no choice but to pay the fucking daycare, or they couldn't go to school because guess why? Guess what? I have to fucking work. Okay? I make $20 fucking dollars, and I'm raising 3 kids. So $20 for 4 people, $20 an hour for 4 people, that's not enough, okay? It's not a fucking.
It's not. It's absolutely not enough. I made less. Well, this recent situation I walked away from, I made less than that, and it's just, and there's more people involved. It's not wise to have a kid and not have that village that is going to take care, like, because thankfully, thank God, my kids have their grandparents. They essentially raised them because I had to work so much, and it's because the regular 9 to 5 only pays so much that I've had to go out and make money in different ways, that different than what most women would do, even men. But that's why I typically worked around a bunch of men. It's there. You have to have a couple jobs, a couple side hustles. That's why it's important to know the father of your kids' family, know your situation, know what type of support that you're gonna have, because being a parent is 100% all the time. There's no turning the switch off. There's that's why you shouldn't just jump into it without knowing what exactly the plan is to make sure that you don't crash out and burn out like she is.
Enough. So the school's like, oh, you can either pay the 156 or they can't go. So I paid the 156, and now my rent late, so now I gotta pay like $1,900 for my fucking rent, right? Okay, so now I'm paying the rent late. I'm gonna pay it Friday, and here they go with this New Year's registration fee or some bullshit like that. And keep in mind, I just paid the $156, so that's the weekly school registration that I pay with, you know, like the fucking with the school readiness assistance. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I get to their daycare this morning, and they're like, "Oh, did you know, like, you didn't pay the new year renewal fee or some shit like that?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, how much is that?" Y'all, $200 something for Rylan, and like $100 something. They're asking me next week to pay almost $400. No. It is $400 because $156 weekly. That's what I pay, and then they're asking me to pay over that. So two plus, that's almost that's $400 and something that they asking me to pay next week. It's like $478. And I was asking them, like, is there any way that I can make a payment plan? Because babes, I can't afford that. If I'm on school readiness, why the fuck you think I can afford that, right? Okay, so boom, I'm asking, like, my two older kids, they have the dad, and then Rylan, my little one, has a dad. Their dad paid child support, so I don't have to, you know, worry about it. Like, I use his money strictly for the kids. Like, I put it straight towards her, you know, her tuition and shit like that. It ain't no money. Like, it ain't no more. Like, it was only enough to pay for her shit. If I would have been, you know, some shit, and I would have paid Rylan's on with their dad money, and I wouldn't have cared. But I can't, because there's nothing. So I asked her dad, like, "Oh, can you help me? Like, can you help me?" Y'all, keep in mind, this nigga wanted the baby. Like, keep in mind, this nigga had my ovulation tracker in his phone. Keep in mind, this nigga planned to get me pregnant. Like,
And she's saying that he had an ovulation tracker in his phone, that keep in mind that he wanted the baby, he wanted this, whatever the case is. And we already know what that is. That's no accountability, because at the end of the day, the only way that a man can forcibly get you pregnant, and you already know how that is. But she openly and willingly, I mean, if you let the man have if he had an ovulation app, you had to have given him the date, the time that you have your period. I mean, you weren't held hostage. You gotta have, well, you don't, but this is not accountability. He didn't forcibly, and it takes a lot. He didn't forcibly put that baby in you, but otherwise you wanted the baby too. To sit there, and God is knitting that you openly, you knew what happens. You know the consequences of laying down with a man. You know what happened. Like, I don't know if you were on birth control. Birth control is not 100%, but something tells me you weren't. So that's even more of a reason for you. Like, you wanted the child. You wanted the child too. Going back and forth between fathers for these kids. And it's like, this is a result of women telling you that we could do what men do, that we could have multiple, like, you see these couples that these women that have multiple boyfriends, and the boyfriends taking pictures together with the woman. And this is what comes about. Like, men can have multiple wives. Men can sleep with multiple women and not have the same type of reaction as we do as women. That's just what it is. Do I recommend that men do the most and have multiple? But no. But at the end of the day, for a woman, it's completely different. Because look at the stress that you're going through, because you carry the baby. They don't carry the baby. You carry the baby for 9-10 months. You carry the baby for 9-10 months, and you go through the stretch marks, reconstruction of your stomach, the stress, making a baby inside of you. They are literally they're like sucking your life force. They are like, what you eat is, your body is allocating it to them. You are essentially risking your life for this man, whomever. You made the choice. All of these, you made the choice to potentially, that you can go into the hospital and not come back out awake. You made these choices. Talking about something, he wanted the baby. You had you had all of the ramifications of the situation was on the table, but you let it happen. You made the choice. And I saw a comment on one of my videos where this lady, she was very wise when she said this. A lot of y'all women, y'all have a lot of dudes talking to you, because you look at this girl, you know, she's pretty, I don't know how old she is, but she's getting attention. You getting attention. This is the prime years where there's a lot of men coming up to you, and you get to pick and choose. But there's gonna come a time where, you know, black don't crack. Yes, you melanated. Yes, you popping. I'm not saying that. Many beautiful Black women that are up in age. Not saying that, but there's gonna come a time where it's not as many, or it's not the ones you want, or it's not the same, or they see you with kids, or the kids, because parenting and stuff that stresses your body out. That does a lot. Like, yeah, you could take care of yourself, of course. Yes, a Black woman's body is resilient. Yes, of course. But at the same time, you're creating more stress for yourself. So if you go ahead and continue on this path, you just gonna end up with baby daddy number 4. And this system is already created against us. So it's like you having to juggle all these bills. Think about the kids. Daughters need their dad. Boys need their dad too, of course. But just on the strength that that's what you got, you're raising new women with abandonment issues, with daddy issues. This is what's coming into the market. And I hope that just maybe they'll see one of the videos of women trying to explain, do not become a single mom.
Hint, hint, like and subscribe to get the message out there. But one of those things missing from those videos is accountability, shame, and admitting that being a 304 is the cause of this. And the part about not becoming a single mom.
And I hope that you're telling them not follow your ways.
To get me pregnant, knowing I didn't want a third child, because I was already like, it was not hard, but it was going to be hard if I had another kid. Like, I knew I wouldn't be able to afford having 3 kids. And guess what? I had a third kid. Okay, y'all gonna be like, oh, you should use protection, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all opinions. Y'all not me. Y'all don't know the fucking life I live. I don't give a fuck.
Notice how the Jezebel uses anger and aggression when faced with logic.
So, I don't care.
Just based off this video, I know the life you live. Just based off of this video, because you came on here, you turn your phone on, and you came on, you turn your phone on, you decided to do all that. You went on TikTok and you started the video. You didn't have to come on here talking about, no, how you gonna say it in the same, it's like an oxymoron. It's like I need somebody to talk to, but at the same time, screw you. And then people will, just like these, that's why I see us like these celebrities. They'll go on here, they'll worship these celebrities, and the like, for example, Cardi B, just the other day, called her fans dumb, but people are still going to follow her. Just like this woman, they just see what they see, and they're still going to go and follow her and sympathize and empathize with her and make excuses for her. Because the only advice that she needs is, one, close your legs and open up your Bible. That's what you need to do. Bible KJV. Because at this point, it's just not looking good. And you clearly seem like you're angry. You're going through it. I can empathize with that. This is a system that was set up to break up the Black family and families in general. Everybody can get it now. Take accountability. Oh yeah, I could have did this and that and the third and whatever, but you you just don't want to admit you're wrong. A lot of these women don't want to admit that they messed their lives up. I mean, who really wants to? Because you think you only have this one life to live, when in reality, this is the grace period that we have to make a relationship with the Most High and have an eternity of happiness, of serving the Lord. But they've brainwashed people so much to think that that's religion, when in reality, it's just the truth. Those religions were created to separate us and divide. They always divide and conquer with everything: race, religion, social status. In the Black community, people praise Kevin Samuels so much, but his definition of a high value man was somebody who makes at least 6 figures. Everything is based off of monetary values, things that are going to fade away. There's a Bible verse, James 1:10-12, KJV. But the rich, in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away. For the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withereth the grass, and the flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways. So, not to say that being wealthy, God is abundant, God is wealthy, like everything around him, that he created. Like, but the ways of these people, the way that they move, the way that they get their money, a lot of people are corrupt and worship mammon instead of understanding that that's not what makes you. You use money as a tool, a thing. What makes you high value is the Most High. But let's continue.
I don't care. So I asked him for help, and he's asked every fucking excuse. Y'all keep in mind, I was struggling last year. Like, it was like one point of last year I was struggling. I didn't get none of my taxes the girl ran off. Like, the girl who's supposed to be my best friend, she took the money. I don't know if she took it or somebody took it, but I don't have it. And so I told him to file my...
Yeah, and you telling everybody F you, this, that, and the third, but the same energy that you putting out is coming back to you. People are saying screw you and screwing you over. That's, yeah.
File our daughter, you know, because me and him was on good terms. Like, I thought we was. So I asked him, like, oh, to file her. He like, okay, cool, this, that, and the third. He files our daughter, y'all. Tell me why he files her. Months go by, and I'm not hearing nothing. Nothing. Like, no money. Like, he's knowing I need it because I can't afford this apartment. Because this apartment is like $1,700. And he like, oh, when I get it, I'm going to give it to you. It was like, he got back like almost $4,000 for her, y'all. He don't work. He don't work. So
I know them.
When the money came, he threw it up in my face and laughed and told me that he wasn't giving it to me and he used it for drugs. Like, he used it.
Do not fumble the bag like she did. Toxic best friends. We all had those. I hope those are in the past for you. Toxic baby dad ran off with her money and then flexed it in front of her face. There's a lot of things going on the spiritual streets, and I'm happy that you here getting edified and learning what not to do. Although we live in a corrupt system that overly taxes you on your hard-earned money and most of it ends up going into government's pocket, we could still take advantage of it. As you already know, it's not the easiest thing to save money throughout the year. So you could take advantage of the lump sum payment that you get as a defense to try to get out of bondage that is Babylon and this world in general. Fight off the temptation. Women, I'm also talking to you. You know, as a woman, we terrible at budgeting. I'm just gonna be honest. We don't spend money correctly, and don't even hold your breath for any reparations that we should be getting for the pain and suffering that our ancestors went through. But at this point, you just gotta make a choice now to leave a legacy for your seed. You already chose to be edified and watch this channel, and I'm blessed to have you here. I appreciate you making it this far and elevating all God got me here, and being obedient to your purpose that God has for you will let you achieve amazing heights. So to show my appreciation, I have a mini ebook in the link in the description. You can go ahead and grab it on what to do with your tax refunds. Okay, let's not let another year go by where you BMF day on your taxes. And I'm talking to you parents out there too with that child tax credit. But all jokes aside, all praises to the Most High. Back to the video.
For money for himself and shit like that.
I mean, eyelids.
Y'all, not one time last year, maybe one time, but he never fucking helped for her daycare. He is a diaper and wipe dad. That's what type of nigga he is. He's a diaper and wipe dad. And y'all, I swear to God, when me and him was together, when I just had my 2 kids, before his daughter came, the nigga did everything. I'm talking about he helped me with everything. Like, he helped pay for everything. Like, he told me, if they ain't got it, don't worry about it for them. Like, he used to literally pick my kids up when I used to be stressed out and take them places. Like, he literally used to do so much for my kids. He used to buy them everything.
So this I just want to say this, and I've said this before on this channel, and something tells me that she was probably giving him what he wanted during that time, and I mean intimately. The one way that you find out about a man is by not doing that. Everything will come to light. But more importantly, every time that I would ask God to reveal, like, if you ask God to reveal somebody's true intention, prepare for the answer. Like, pray that, prepare for the answer, because he answered, and it was wild. He answered, and it was my own fault because I would ignore the red flags and the answers. I would get the answers time and time again, but it's just like me being in my own head or trying to make things work. And because you can't see a way, don't trust your own understanding. Do not trust your own understanding. Trust God's understanding of the situation, and be grateful, very, very grateful when he answers. I'm very, very grateful when he answers, when he, because that's an honor that is so important. Like, I need that. That's what we should be striving for, and needing as much as we need air to breathe, as much as we need water to drink.
Everything and do everything. He even helped me with their fucking birthday. So now all of a sudden our daughter come, you don't got the same energy. You just wanted the baby so he could keep knowing me.
Yeah, he wanted to know you the same way Adam knew Eve. The only difference is he just wanted to get to know your inside. So, of course, he's going to do everything and anything to make it look like he's an upstanding guy because you display yourself on your own TikTok like an egotistical Jezebel bopping streetwalker dressed in pookie bait victim who just wants all the attention. This is how sweet, innocent girls go from this to this because Satan introduces men to you and your own ego to fuel.
And it's so crazy because if I get a boyfriend, a nigga go crazy. Like, he'll go crazy. Like, he'll crash out, lose his fucking mind. Like, he'll lose his fucking mind. Like, how the fuck? Like, I don't be liking that shit. He's a fucking narcissist. He's like a big ass narcissist, bro. Like, he'll crash out if he can't follow me on Instagram. Like,
Takes one to know one. While you do your superficial psycho gaze in the camera, while you display your kid's birth canal all over TikTok, you play victim when men take the bait and then put your kids on display in the midst of it.
he be crashing out about stupid shit. Like, I don't be fucking with that. Like, he literally only wanted the baby so he can know me for the rest of my life. But, bitch, I'm over here fucking struggling. So now the daycare is sitting right here telling me, basically, if I don't got that $400 by Monday, my daughter can't go to school. And I told him that, and he's basically like, oh, well, find another job. Like, you could do it. The mamas always provide. You're a provider. It's gonna work out. You're gonna make a way through. Like, he be...
And that's the commentary that's been spewed out for years. Like, whenever women, like, and I'm not saying what single moms and single dads do aren't like tremendously great. Like, you can, like, people say you have to do these things. You have a choice, to be really honest. Like, you do have a choice to wake up and say, hey, I'm going to make this work, or nay. Like, and there are people that do that. So yes, I commend those people out there that are living in their consequences. They're living in the bed that they made, and they're trying to make the best of it and push forward, forget what people are saying, and go on that narrow path. But there's like this tendency, like this kind of like being on a podium and being rewarded for being a single parent, when it really should be shameful. It should be sad. Like, yeah, there are situations where somebody is really in a situation where they have to be a single parent, whether it be, widowed, or there's domestic violence where you have to choose. And that's one of the hardest things too, is having to choose to be a single parent. She talking about he like, women say it all the time. Women have been saying it. Feminists, that's their slogan. We strong and independent. I mean, don't be shocked if they're drafting you in wars and they expecting you to pick up your fellow man, drag him to safety while there's gunfire going on. You don't, like, that's what you watch too many movies with Angelina Jolie and Colombiana and all that, where these, thin, frail looking, not to say that you have to look like you husky, but these women who look frail and small are like knocking out 200-300 pound guys. I used to watch those movies all the time, so that's how I know I like action movies in general, male and female. But they can misconstrue reality and the situation when it comes to what actually would happen in real life. Like, it's making it seem like women can just do any old thing that men can do, and that's not true. If that was the case, like, this world would not be running without men. Like, women, source system, most women, and I know somebody gonna say there's women that work, mostly men work into these situations. Mostly men. Yes, there are more women coming into different things, but there's certain jobs like sewage, like you over here, these women will say, oh, men aren't this, men aren't that, I can't stand men. They'll go take a crap and flush the toilet. Guess who's down there making sure that just the sewage is clean?
Ironically, still having to deal with your crap.
It's likely a man in a hazmat suit. So many different other scenarios of men building the infrastructure. Back in the day, you saw men literally on those skyscrapers, and they ain't have all the advanced technologies that they do for safety and safety requirements and regulations. They would just be on the ledge like 70 stories high,
saying shit like that, like, oh, you're the mom, like, you're gonna figure it out, you gotta figure it out. Like, that's how he's talking to me. You have to figure it out. Like, what the fuck? Like, bitch, is this not our child? Is this not ours? Is this not the daughter that you wanted? Like, I'm sorry.
So now, and I guarantee you she's one of those feminists. So now it's oh, excuse me, did you just call me strong and independent? Like, you know what I mean? But y'all wanted that. You wanted the strong and independent. You followed the Sierras, the Beyoncés, the Meg, the Stallions, all of them. You followed them into the pit, and now you don't, you want to pick and choose when to be strong and independent. Like, pick one. You gonna drive yourself crazy, as you can see.
Sorry, like, what the fuck? So I'm really like, I'm
Like
up.
seriously, you're first thing, you're waking up and you're talking into, I'm talking into my phone right now, trying to be obedient and get this stuff, and there's a purpose behind it, but you literally are complaining into your phone, saying you just want somebody to talk to, but don't tell me shit though. But don't tell me nothing though. Just listen so I could carry about my day, just dealing with all this stress, and then I could go crazy later on the phone.
12 o'clock, like, at night, I can't sleep because I'm already fucking stressed about the rent that I gotta pay Friday on top of $500 that I don't have. Y'all, I already pawned, I have 4 necklaces. I already pawned 2 chains. I already pawned 2 chains and a fucking pendant. I don't have it. Like, I don't want to keep pawning my jewelry, bro. Like, I just really want to be in a place where I can move. Like, I'm trying to move to somewhere cheaper, and I just don't have enough, like, that lump to move. Like, how the fuck I'm gonna save if I'm behind in debt every single fucking month? How the fuck am I gonna save if I have to pay for daycare, and pay for rent, pay for lights, and pay for everything by my fucking self? I can't fucking save. I can't even save $5, y'all. I'm literally in the negative every single month. And people think, oh, like, Lex living so nice, Lex living so lavish. No, bitch, Lex is struggling. Lex is fucking struggling. Like, real deal struggling, bitch. Like, this shit's no joke. Like, I'm not. No, like, this shit's not a game. People be seeing me, oh, pretty face, pretty. Bitch, that don't mean nothing. Pretty people struggle. What the fuck? I'm struggling. Bitch, I make $20 an hour, and I'm 4 people. I'm $20 an hour with 4 people. You do the math. You tell me. It's impossible. Like, and he just don't give a fuck. Like, just don't give a fuck if I lose my job. I work for the hospital, bro. Like, every point that I've got, it's literally been because of him.
Oh, whoa,
Like, it's been because of him. Like,
whoa there,
literally be like,
whoa there, girly. Here we go again. Every point, because I've worked in corporate America, and that point system hit hard. I mean, my points, like, if it was a video game, I had the most points. Like, I was winning, like latencies, all that, and it was all me. I had the kids' grandparents. It's hard for me to work at a regular job. Like, it's just like every point was all you. Every single point was all you. You gonna blame him? Oh, he wanted the baby, but who is in the vessel? Who's in charge of holding the baby? You got a lot of say in this. You got a lot of say in this. You need to close your legs. That's what you need to do. Clearly, it don't matter how good you look. That's why I try to tell, like, y'all have to wake up. Yes, of course, beauty comes from God. Like, being handsome, that comes from God. All of that. But are you gonna use it to your advantage, or give it away for free to somebody who doesn't care? And when I say for free, I don't mean, oh, he has to pay that, like, probably, like, no, I mean, like, you didn't try to put up some type of barrier to entry. Like, all he got to do is say, oh yeah, you cute or you pretty, and then bam, that's it. And buy you, like you said, diapers and wipes, dad. Buy you some diapers and wipes, and you good. There was no soul searching. There was no period where you're getting to know each other, diving deeper, seeing what he's about, seeing how he is when he's angry, without any intimacy. There's no period like that. You willing to just risk it all and spend 10 months period free producing his child, this seed, that's something that is so valuable, extending his lineage, and apparently you barely even know the guy, because he straight flipped the switch on you. That's why there's so many things that God had revealed to me supernaturally, like that I can only know if God told me. through dreams. If you are connected to the Most High, you got the cheat code. Like you win. Like you got superpowers in this situation. But if you are still underneath Satan's cloak, you're going to lose every time, because that's the losing team. But yeah, every point was you, boo boo. Every point was you. You caused this on your life. You chose all of the men. You decided to lay. No one forcibly did anything to you that you letting us know, that we know of. You decided you wanted to have these men's babies. I commend you for creating life and giving birth, and not just and taking ownership of at least that. But at the same time, you're also destroying the kid, because that she's gonna be without a dad who gives a damn. He was just focused on you to an extent.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna come get her. Don't get her. Oh yeah, I'm gonna come do this. Don't do this. Oh, she's sick at school. Can you pick her up, please? Like, if I get out, if I have to clock out, I'm gonna get a point. He be like, yeah, I'm on the way. 2 hours later.
And that's also how you know that there's pieces missing in the story, because there were red flags. There definitely were. You just either chose to ignore them. It's just that you attracting what you are, which is you toxic. The way that you move right here, you seem narcissistic as well.
AKA you playing for the wrong team.
Because you're so focused on yourself, you're not even talking about the fact that your daughters aren't getting father daughter time. That they're the ones that are suffering from this. They're the ones that are financially having to, because that stress that is permeating off of you, that stress, that energy that's coming off of you, kids feel that. Kids see that, and it affects your parenting too. You can't be 100% if you worried about this bill, this late fee, then you got the taxes, then you got all of these things that you're thinking about. You can't be 100%, and they know that. That's why, as a woman, one of the oldest tricks in the book that Satan will use to throw you off course is introduce a man. It's
A man that also plays for his team.
to introduce a man to throw you off. So you keep doing what you doing, and you go fall good baby dad number 4, baby dad number 5. You're gonna live a lonely, crowded life. You're gonna live a life where you are responsible for everything, but you are feeling so alone. If you change, that would be great, and I hope you do. I don't know if she's ever gonna see this video.
Like, share, and subscribe, please.
But hopefully,
called me. Dad never came and got her. So guess what? I have to come and get her. Point. Like, I literally have one more point until I'm fucking fired. One more point. That's it. I don't got nothing else to say. I just wanted to vent because I'm fucking stressed. And like, I mean, I'm just fucking stressed. I'm just over it. Like, I'm just so fucking overwhelmed. Like, just so overwhelmed. Really just.
So she's saying she got one more point. Listen, that's how I know God was supernatural. I'm telling y'all, I was hundreds of points over. I should have been fired. But, and I'm not saying that to brag or anything like that, but I mean, I am boastful about God. See, like, that's something to be boastful about. What is God though? He's just so perfect. And I hope that she can humble herself first and foremost, because she still got all of this stuff to say to you, but then you still wanting to have somebody come listen to you. So it's also it's just wild. But I'm also coming out with a book about revamping it. Value your virtue, give it to your wives, your daughters. At this point, the older women are pretty much like, I'm not like, there are, most of them are already sent away. I'm not saying all. There are definitely plenty women who are not moving like her or are willing to listen and change. But the girls out there, the women coming of age, girls are getting their period faster now because of all of the chemically processed foods. So it's important for us to stop, let them know the truth about what's going on in this spiritual war, of course, use your discretion, use your discernment for what time that is. But we need to be showing this and showing them that the single mom life is not a life to be glorified. They glorify baby mom culture. You see these women, I got pregnant by a rapper, and they're excited, they're doing victory dances, and that's not the wave. That's not the way to do, because not all of these men are making that type of money. And even when they are making that type of money, that doesn't mean that they're happy. There's a lot of fake things going on. That does not mean that. And a lot of these men are out here, they being raised by single moms, taking up those traits and not wanting to provide and protect and do the things that they're supposed to do as men. So it's all out of balance and it's all out of whack. But if you like content like this, please like, share, and subscribe. Value your virtue. God bless.